What does happiness mean to you personally? That's a question that can yield as many unique answers as there are people in the world. You see, happiness is a deeply personal and subjective concept. It's like a kaleidoscope, reflecting different colors and patterns for each individual, shaped by our personal experiences, values, and beliefs. For some, happiness might be a warm cup of coffee in the morning, savored in the quiet before the day begins. For others, it might be the sense of accomplishment after a long day of productive work, or the joy of spending time with loved ones. Some might find happiness in the pursuit of knowledge, while others might find it in the pursuit of adventure. There are those who equate happiness with success, wealth, or fame, while others find happiness in simple, unassuming moments of peace and contentment. Perhaps for some, happiness is not a destination, but the journey itself, the process of living, growing, evolving, and experiencing. It's interesting to note that our definition of happiness isn't static. It evolves over time, shaped and reshaped by our changing circumstances, insights, and maturity. As we navigate through life's ebbs and flows, our understanding of happiness refines, deepens, and becomes more nuanced. At the end of the day, happiness is a deeply personal emotion, a unique blend of joy, contentment, and fulfillment that resonates with our true selves. So what does happiness mean to you? Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all definition of happiness. Do you believe that happiness is a constant state, or is it more like fleeting moments? This question takes us into the heart of what we perceive as happiness. Some of us might see it as a steady stream, a continuous state of being, while others might view it as a series of sparkling moments, each one unique and fleeting. The nature of happiness, like the ebb and flow of a river, is dynamic. It's a rhythm that moves with the currents of life, not a static state. This fluidity is what makes happiness such an intriguing concept. Imagine a river flowing continuously, but the water you touch at one moment is not the same as the water you touch the next. So it is with happiness. It's not a monolithic, unchanging state, but rather a series of moments, a collection of experiences that bring joy, warmth, and contentment. Yet our perception of happiness can be influenced by various factors. Our relationships, our accomplishments, even our day-to-day activities can shape how we perceive and experience happiness. For some, happiness might be a peaceful family dinner. For others, it could be the thrill of achieving a long-pursued goal, or even the simple pleasure of a good book on a rainy afternoon. In this sense, happiness is deeply personal and subjective. It's a symphony composed of different notes, each representing different aspects of our life, creating a melody unique to each one of us. And like any symphony, there are high notes and low notes, moments of crescendo and moments of quiet. The beauty lies not in its constancy, but in its variation. It's also important to remember that happiness doesn't preclude the existence of other emotions. It's not an antidote to sadness, anger, or fear. These emotions are part and parcel of the human experience, and they coexist with happiness, adding depth and dimension to our lives. In conclusion, happiness is a dynamic, fluid state, a series of moments that weave together to form the tapestry of our lives. It's influenced by our personal experiences, our relationships, and our individual perception of the world. Happiness might not always be a constant, but it is a presence we can cultivate. Can happiness be measured, or is it a subjective experience? This question has intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and even economists for centuries. Some attempt to quantify happiness through surveys, asking people to rate their satisfaction with life on a scale of 1 to 10. Others take a more holistic approach, considering factors such as physical health, personal achievements, and social relationships. Yet these metrics can only provide a snapshot, a rough approximation of something as complex and multidimensional as happiness. After all, what brings joy to one person might not resonate with another. The thrill of a roller coaster ride, the tranquility of a quiet afternoon with a book, the satisfaction of a job well done. These experiences vary widely from person to person. This subjectivity underscores the uniqueness of our individual happiness journeys. It's a reminder that happiness, much like our fingerprints, is uniquely ours. So, can we really measure happiness? Perhaps not in absolute terms. Happiness, like beauty, is often in the eye of the beholder. How much do external factors like wealth, relationships, and career contribute to your happiness? Now, this is a question with a multifaceted answer. External factors, like the ones we've mentioned, indeed play a significant role in shaping our happiness. Let's break them down. Wealth, for instance, can provide comfort and security, but it's not a guaranteed ticket to happiness. It's a tool that can enable experiences and opportunities, yet it's not the experience itself. Then we have relationships. We are social creatures after all. The bonds we forge with family, friends, and partners can bring immense joy. However, the key is in the quality of these relationships, not the quantity. Our careers too can contribute to our happiness. Engaging in work we find meaningful and fulfilling can boost our sense of purpose and satisfaction. But remember, a job is just one aspect of life and shouldn't overshadow other elements that bring joy. It's also important to note that the significance of these factors can differ vastly among individuals. What brings happiness to one person might not necessarily bring the same level of joy to another. In the grand tapestry of life, these threads of wealth, relationships, and career are interwoven with our individual values, dreams, and passions. They can color our experiences, but they aren't the whole picture. While external factors can influence our happiness, they don't define it. Can happiness coexist with negative emotions, or is it mutually exclusive? It's an intriguing question, one that might make us pause and reflect. The answer isn't as black and white as it might initially seem. Emotions, be they positive or negative, aren't solitary experiences. They're part of a complex tapestry that makes up our emotional landscape. Happiness, sadness, anger, fear, joy, they all coexist, and they all contribute to the richness of our emotional lives. Think about it. Would we truly understand the value of happiness if we didn't know what it felt like to be sad or afraid? The contrast between these emotions helps us appreciate the moments of joy and contentment even more. It's like the first break of dawn after a long, dark night. The light seems even brighter because of the darkness that preceded it. But let's delve a little deeper. What if we told you that happiness isn't about avoiding negative emotions, but about learning to navigate through them? It's about acknowledging these feelings, understanding them, and then allowing ourselves to move forward. It's about finding peace amidst the chaos, about finding that silver lining in the darkest of clouds. You see, happiness isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's not about being in a constant state of bliss, but about finding moments of joy in the everyday. It's about appreciating the little things, the fleeting moments that bring a smile to our faces. And let's not forget that it's okay to feel negative emotions. They're a natural part of life, and they make us human. It's okay to feel sad, to feel angry, to feel afraid. These emotions don't make us any less capable of experiencing happiness. In fact, they make our moments of happiness even more poignant, even more meaningful. So, can happiness coexist with negative emotions? Absolutely. They're not mutually exclusive. They're intertwined, parts of the same emotional spectrum. It's possible to experience joy even amidst adversity. Happiness isn't the absence of negative emotions. It's the ability to find peace within them. How can we become happier and stay happier? Now that's the million-dollar question. As we delve into the art of cultivating happiness, let's explore some practical strategies. Firstly, practicing gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what we don't have and overlook the things we do. Gratitude helps us focus on the positives in our life. Think about the people who've helped you, the opportunities you've been given, and the experiences you've enjoyed. Make it a habit to reflect on these things regularly, and you'll find your perspective shifting towards the brighter side of life. Next, let's talk about mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment. It's about acknowledging and accepting your feelings without judgment. It's about not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When we're mindful, we're fully engaged in the present, and that's where real joy resides. Positive thinking also plays a crucial role in cultivating happiness. This doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges, rather, it's about approaching them with a constructive mindset. Believe in your ability to overcome obstacles. See failures not as setbacks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. But cultivating happiness isn't just about our internal world. It's also about how we interact with others. Healthy relationships are key. Surround yourself with supportive, uplifting people. Be that person for others too. Remember, happiness is contagious. Lastly, managing stress. Our happiness often takes a hit when we're overwhelmed, so it's vital to have stress-busting strategies in place. This could be anything from taking a walk in nature, meditating, to simply enjoying a good laugh. In essence, cultivating happiness is about nurturing a positive mindset, being present and cherishing our connections with others. It's about recognizing that happiness comes from within, and that we hold the power to influence our own happiness. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey. And on this journey, remember that it's the small moments that make the biggest impact.